On this Food City Friday, we want to welcome in Kirby Moir, a registered dietitian with Food City. Kirby, it seems like you haven't been here in a while. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I've been saving it all for the holidays, gearing up.
And you have brought some beautiful looking food today. You know, it's shareable. And I love that during the holidays, having those shareable charcuterie boards, but you're taking a little different spin on things today.
A little healthier. And what I see is we talk about ways to maybe lighten up the holidays.
Right.
And we see a lot of traditional recipes that people really aren't going to veer from. You know, we see those passed down.
Right.
And I think appetizers are when we can get a little bit more creative. And you might hear a dietitian say, pick up that fruit and vegetable tray, right? And you're like, well, do I really want to bring this to the party or serve this to guests? This is an easy way to elevate it. We're just replating this.
Right.
And then featuring actually a whipped feta.
You introduced me to this morning, folks. I love feta cheese, but sometimes, you know, it crumbles.
Yeah.
And it's a little, but you got it in a dip. And
That's
you can
right.
spread it and do whatever you want to.
And almost like the TikTok butter board that we're seeing that everyone's recreating, this is going to be a lighter version of that. And then I did some festive little bites with some mozzarella, some tomatoes. You could also do roasted vegetables mixed in with raw here. So it looks festive. I've added a little bit of pomegranate, a little bit of fresh rosemary to really pop with those colors.
Just be a little careful with the peppers.
Yeah, well, no, these are sweet teenies actually, so they're going to be a milder.
Be careful what kind of peppers you put out there.
No tricks in this holiday. So again, if you're taking this, people get excited. It's beautiful, and again, we're featuring more of those nutritious options. On the other side of offering appetizers is trying to focus on lean proteins. Protein's going to help you feel satisfied and full, and I think seafood is a great option for the holiday season. Again, kind of highlighting a couple of different things that are cooked here.
Right.
It is important if you're going to serve a mixture of raw and cooked. I did some plating here to separate that from a food safety perspective. But we have some imitation crab, some cooked shrimp. We then have a nice little dip. And then these are actually scallops in a clamshell that you bake. I like this because you can get this ready hours before, put it in the fridge, and then when guests come, they're really, again, we're impressing them with that presentation. We're featuring a little bit more nutrition, and we're keeping it easy. You know, I always love easy.
And we were talking about how you garnish this as well, because underneath, to make it look like this is ice, you've got rock salt.
Rock salt, yeah,
so you don't have to clean up melting ice or anything like that.
No, clean up a little bit of pomegranate too.
That makes that pop, especially over here on the dip, and in here too. It just makes it pop. And you've got the rosemary, and you got dill on there. I mean, we want to make sure if you're garnishing, make sure you can eat it too.
Yeah, safety first in the garnish department. These are all
Don't eat the poinsettia. Don't do it.
That's your nutrition tip today. But again, we're making the holidays a little lighter and brighter, and we can still get that nutrition in that, and not really, people don't even realize they're eating a little healthier.
Oh man, I love that. And coming up a little later, you're going to show us a little something with some beef tenderloin.
Some beef tenderloin,
some
ways to, exactly.
There. All right, folks, we're going to come back here in a little while. Check this out. I mean, everything you see here can be found at Food City. If you want to find out more, go to foodcity.com.
Are you